Okay, round 5. Practice and qualifying wasn't ideal, as you guys saw, P14, so it is the worst one of the year. But coming into the day, like, we tried to do everything because I was nervous of riding this track. I know it typically doesn't suit me, so last night Luke and I were sitting down watching footage from last year's national here, and this was the last year round of the year last year, so it's cool that it's all going ahead. It's a lot more normal. There's heaps of crowd and stuff here, which is awesome. But yeah, I definitely didn't execute what we're looking at last night. Like, it was just, you can tell, like, this track gets super slippery. It's got a super hard base. They seem to always leave the track prep real last minute, so they rip it up, but the rocks and stuff are set in super hard, and then by the time that they put the water down, it doesn't have time to soak in. So it's basically like pushed up rock into, like, you drop into a soft hole rut, and then it'll be like shiny, basically like polished concrete. And just, I struggle with that feel underneath the tyres. I really ride off feel a lot. So we were just talking then, it's just find the edges for the races, like come into the corner super fast, use the edge to turn, just flow around as quickly as I can, because it's just not, like, that obviously wasn't quite good enough. But yeah, we've spoken about it. We know what we're going to do for the moto. Just charge into these corners, let the bike roll through, commit to it, even though I don't have that feel. Make sure I commit into the corners, and I know I'm going to be a lot better. But we got a pretty cool setup this weekend. We got the full Maxxis tent, my pitboard bike in there. Got the whole crew, Michaela and little Maya in there at the moment. But Luke, Alex, Dad, everyone's here again. So we got all the pieces there. We can turn around and it can be good. We just got to make it happen now. All right, cheers guys. Let's turn this thing around. Yeah, boy.
Oh, good one.
Barbie wants one too.
Barbie wants one. Haven't done this before.
High five, Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie.
Woohoo!
I felt like I physically could not get my elbows up. I was like trying so hard in every single corner. I just felt like I was like doing this, and then exiting I was like holding, like the grip's there, and I had a gap between my hand and the grip, like I couldn't hold on.
Is that where you're trying to avoid some of the ruts towards the end of the moto, just to like allow yourself to feel more strength, more consistency around there?
Yeah.
Like, just cool down. Like, dude, you can't do anything about it. You definitely got better. It was a slow progression, but you definitely got better towards the end, especially those last lap and a half, 2 laps to go.
You were catching.
But you were, like I was saying, Alex, like it was like every lap you were trying something different, and it was just like, that's why I knew, like, when someone does that, they're not comfortable. They're not sure if that line's working. You know, and like there's some sections where you're trying to find that little bit of a bank to turn off of, but then it was nearly making more a mistake because it was allowing you to power, but then it was too much power. It wasn't allowing you to flow around the whole entire corner. Like it just looked like you're, just uncomfortable. Looks like that corner there, you need something like that. I feel like it's not showing.
Okay, Moto 2 coming up. Moto 1 definitely wasn't what I was hoping for. Like, result wasn't horrendous, but it was the worst result really I think I've had all year. Just not gelling with the track still. I felt super uncomfortable was basically all it was. It wasn't that I was unfit or anything like that. I just felt uncomfortable and felt like I was unable to do that next little bit. But the track looks like it's dried out a lot now, so I am definitely better I think on the dry slick than the wet slick. So that'll be good. On top of that, I'm going to try to nail this start. Actually off the gate then I jumped a little bit too fast and popped the gate as it dropped. I hit it a little bit and it messed me up, so I'm going to come back from the gate a little bit this time so that doesn't happen, and then hopefully nail my start, one of the starts I've been getting, and just let that speed pull me along, be super strong, and just say I can rest tomorrow, just try to put all in this time.
Right? You know you can find a second over one motor to the next easily. You know the track, it's dried out now. Ride the conditions, don't override the track. That's why boys are coming down, but grip a start and just ride the way now to ride.
There's not much you can do there. There's a bit of luck involved in this game.
You only get so many races and opportunities to do well, and I'm just so frustrated because I feel like I just threw today away. It's like 2 chances and just threw them both again. Alright, that's a wrap on round 5. 3 to go. Definitely the first off day I felt like for the season. Just felt off all day long, didn't feel comfortable, never gelled. Right at the end, or even sort of any time through that last motor, was a lot better. I got a terrible start, just silly mistake. Both starts actually were stupid mistakes that it wasn't so much my technique or anything that was bad, or my actual start. I just did silly things. So I tried to go too close to the gate in the first one, and the gate here drops real slow. So when I reacted and I popped the gate and wheelied, and then second start, because I held the first one for around 10 seconds, I took my time to set up and get ready, and before I even started revving properly, the gate had dropped. So just, 2 stupid mistakes that I didn't need to make.
which made the day a lot harder than it had to be. And yeah, last moto, I think Luke and Alex said I was around, there was like probably 3 people behind me at one stage, so I was pretty far back. Come through to 10th, which was obviously a better ride. I felt a little bit more comfortable, but just frustrating when I've been riding so well lately, and even during the week I rode really well, but just didn't gel with this track. Like, as you can see behind me, it was concrete, and it was like that from practice this morning, just so hard pack with a little bit of watered. But anyway, we're gonna move on now. Next 3 days of coaching. We got some stuff in the works that could possibly change what we do for the next 3 rounds, but I can't drop that just yet because I don't know what I'm doing. But if that happens, we'll let you guys know this week. Should be pretty exciting. But gonna go home, get back into training, and finish these last 3 super strong. All right, cheers guys.